Welcome to another video full of Atlassian updates. Today we'll talk about JSM increased agent limit, a bunch of features announced like dark theme for Connect apps, embedding analytic charts in Confluence, Bitbucket getting a shiny syntax highlighter. There's also an opportunity to test the AI-powered virtual agent Atlassian is working on. Ooh. Then we'll do the weekly events roundup and article of the week, of course, and we'll close off with a bunch of interesting partner news. So get ready for this week's episode of Monday Coffee. Oh, you're back. Hi, I'm your host Biro from Appfire, the leading enterprise collaboration software provider that makes work flow. Nikki is away this week doing some awesome work with Appfire Town, so I have with me today Holly. Hi.
Hi, I'm so glad to be here. I love Monday coffee.
Thank you. Well, tell our inquisitive audience what you do for Appfire, Holly.
So, I am the Vice President of Marketplace Success here at Appfire, and my main responsibilities include managing our relationships with manufacturers like Atlassian, optimizing our marketplace presence, pricing and monetization, and at the moment, I am leading the steering committee for our entire presence at the upcoming Team 23.
Ooh, awesome. Yes, we're excited about that. We'll talk a bit more about that in a second. So what's the first piece of news?
So, in our first piece of news today, Atlassian has announced that Jira Service Management can now support up to 10,000 agents on a single cloud instance. That is double the previous max of 5,000 agents. Over the last 18 months, Atlassian has been working to add a number of JSM features to better support large organizations. So they've added improvements to queue performance, team priority queues, and increased the number of queues per project alongside other improvements to their overall cloud platform, like data residency and HIPAA compliance. And they are not stopping there. They've also announced that they're currently looking for participants to join an early access program for up to 20,000 agents. So if you're interested, check out the link in the announcement post on the community or reach out to your account manager to let them know.
That is another level, to be honest. And I was thinking the amount of the number of companies as you grow into 10,000 agents, 25,000 agents. I don't know, at least in my head, it's getting smaller, right? Or do you think there's a lot of companies that have 20,000 agents, support agents, and so on?
I mean, that's a pretty large organization, but I know they're out there, and Atlassian's going after them. So yeah, they are out there.
Awesome. Exciting to see what's coming up. Right. Now, not long ago, we reported that Atlassian was rolling out dark mode theme for Jira. Well, there's additional updates on this. Starting today, March 27th, Jira Cloud will enable theming of marketplace apps built with Connect. No need for early access enrollment anymore. Apps will be themed if users enable light dark themes, and of course, if developers initialize theming. Improvements to colors are expected in the coming weeks as well. So I was curious if there were any apps using the Jira theme switcher from day zero. And to be honest, I didn't have to look far. Seems like our friends at Fine Software, Dan and Hannes, have been working tirelessly with Atlassian team during this features alpha and the EAP to bring it to their Jexo app. From what I understand from them, it was that extra hard given they have this 90 shades spectrum for conditional cell formatting. But anywho, if you want to try an app that has Jira Dark Mode out of the box, play around with Jexo. Have a look of what's possible, basically.
Yeah, I have to say, I think we have a few Appfire apps that either are supporting it now as part of that pilot or are going to be rolling it out very, very soon. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
we'll
exciting.
talk about that for sure in the future. We'll
Yeah.
announce while we roll it out. Swanley also has dark mode, although it was we're the OGs,
Oh,
okay?
look
We've
at
had dark mode before Jira had dark mode. However, we're not yet integrated with Jira's dark mode, so we need to do that work as well.
Yeah. Well, up next, great news for cloud enterprise customers. You can now embed Atlassian Analytics charts directly within your Confluence pages using smart links. So it's pretty nifty. All you have to do is copy the link to the chart and paste it on your page while you're in editing mode. And then you can select the card or embed view to display it in context for the rest of your team. So don't worry, all charts retain their product and dashboard level permissions. So if somebody views a page, but they're not allowed to see a chart on that page, they'll be prompted to request access. So pretty neat for enterprise cloud customers using Atlassian Analytics.
Yeah, and I feel that we're seeing this coming since they announced Atlassian Analytics. I was like, okay, this is going to integrate with absolutely everything. Confluence, Jira, everything. They're going to put it everywhere. They have to. I think it's the only way they're going to, I would say, sell it to the masses. I think they're going to do a great job in selling Atlassian Analytics to a lot of enterprises that are dependent on data warehouses and so on. But if you want the rest of us to, put it in front of us. That's the best approach.
Yeah, for sure.
So Bitbucket Labs introduces syntax highlighting on pull requests to improve code readability, readability, hard word, and collaboration. This experimental feature can be enabled in lab settings, offering customizable themes and languages. Atlassian also welcomes user feedback to refine and enhance the functionality further. Quick and small feature update, but definitely mighty and most wanted in the dev community. I wish I was still coding and code reviewing just to see this in its full glory. And I can't believe I just said I wish I would still coding. No dish on engineers, but I had enough of it.
Careful, we're going to spread that around. So up next, this is another EAP for JSM customers. Atlassian is recruiting participants to test out their new AI-powered virtual agent. This will be a limited early access program, and they're specifically looking for JSM Cloud or Cloud Premium or Cloud Enterprise customers who are active Slack users. They do plan to roll this out to Microsoft Teams later this year when they make it more broadly available. So if you're interested and you meet that criteria, you can sign up through their web form and they'll reach out in April to the people who are selected for the EAP. So what do you think, Biro? Do you think people are really interested in using AI for chat? I don't know. It's kind of a weird... I mean, nobody uses chat AI, right? Like that's...
Yeah, definitely no one. I think that is the most predictable move that Atlassian could have done with implementing chat, right? Like, what's the first place we would implement like a chat GPT? Like, it is agents, support desk, and so on, right? So having the ability to, I would say, decrease the amount of effort that agents put into tickets and take away all of that repeatable and basically just having to dig information up for the customer. I think that is awesome. I want to see a world where agents basically help solve problems, specific problems to that specific customer, and not have to do the same repetitive tasks and looking through information and handing information over and so on. So I'm quite excited about this, and I'm probably going to be part of the early access program. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll create a JSM instance somewhere.
It's pretty awesome.
Now, how about we get acquainted with this week's events? This Thursday, join the Forge Roadmap webinar Q1 2023 hosted by Atlassian developers. It offers insight into Forge's latest updates, features, and future plans. Participants can engage with the Forge team, ask questions, and gain valuable knowledge to enhance their app development journey. And on the partner organized events, and that week looks packed over here. First, we got, let me pronounce this properly, Petit Déjeuner Thématique Atlassian. That's as far as my French goes. Spectrum Group hosts an in-person event tomorrow in Paris featuring the latest Atlassian solutions. Attendees can learn from platinum Atlassian experts at the Quai Champs-Élysées. Now we're changing to Spanish. Automatización de seguridad en Atlassian. On March 29 this Wednesday, basically, Hertzum Inc. hosts a live webinar discussing automation of security in Atlassian's development pipeline. Learn best practices for integrating security throughout the development lifecycle. And then a third one, which is Jira Work Management, the power of Jira for the rest of us. Avant hosts a live webinar this Thursday showcasing how Jira Work Management can help various teams achieve high-velocity work by leveraging the best components of Jira. Plenty of ACE events too, and to mention a few, today in Palm Beach County, the Team 23 Survival Guide offers tips and tricks to help attendees make the most out of the biggest Atlassian event, Team 23. Then on Wednesday, there's a virtual event in Leicester. State of Team Roadshow 2023 is the first event for the Leicester community, exploring the topic, what makes legendary teams, based on the Atlassian's 2022 State of Team report. And then Thursday, the 30th, another virtual event in Rotterdam, East meets West, the colorful world of Atlassian apps. This is a unique event where teams from Open Source Consulting Inc. in South Korea and All Street Solution UK discuss cost management for Atlassian licenses and empowering users with Jira data reporting. But as you can see, this is just the tip of the iceberg that is events this week. Navigate to Goosely for more interesting happenings in the ecosystem.
This is a packed week. That is a lot of events.
I talk too much. My throat is giving up.
All right, well, let's take a look at the article of the week this week. Atlassian has published an article about how generational differences in the workplace create better, more productive teams. So while a lot of companies are prioritizing diversity in their organizations, age is often overlooked as an important element of diversity. So there are actually 5 generations in the workforce for the first time in history. And research shows that mixed age teams are more productive than teams that are made up of all the same age. So while the author cautions against, buying into any stereotype, she does share common characteristics and values, preferred work communication and superpowers of each generation, as well as some awesome tips for how to make your culture more inclusive. So it's a great read for any age, so definitely check it out.
5 generations. Oh
5
my
generations.
goodness.
I didn't realize that, but if you go all the way back to the traditionalists, we were born in the 20s, 30s, and early 40s, that some of them are still in the workforce. And so now with Gen Z coming in, it's 5 generations now. Crazy.
People love working. They don't retire anymore.
Yeah.
That is intense. But I do agree with that, and I think that's something that's being overlooked at a large scale. I think there's very few companies that when they think and talk about diversity, they think age differences and so on. And we kind of try to put everyone in the same bucket and say, it doesn't really matter. Your early 20s or your 50s, you do the same activities, have the same culture and so on, which is probably something that needs to be improved. And it's awesome to see Atlassian talking about this in the article of the week.
Yeah,
So
that's true. But especially in tech, sometimes in tech it tends to skew younger, but that's definitely been changing over the last 10 years. I've seen it a lot. Like more and more age groups are serving critical roles in different tech companies, and that's pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, and we also need to accommodate Gen Z, which is super hyper nowadays. Right, so in partner news, I want to kick off by highlighting an ACE event that our friends at Appsview are presenting alongside Vish from Revis and Nick from ISIS Technologies. This Boston ACE Pre-Team 2023 virtual kickoff covers Atlassian Cloud, ITSM with Jira Service Management, and data protection. Learn from industry leaders, gain insights, and expand your skills this week on March 29th. As for updates about apps, NaviTabs introduces a new tab wizard feature that easily create and customize tabs in Confluence, improving content organization and navigation. NaviTabs from BitVoodoo enhances content organization by allowing users to create, customize, and manage tabs within Confluence pages, simplifying navigation and improving user experience. And then Atlassian invites partners to Partner Accelerate at Team 23, offering additional event discount codes. The event features interactive workshops, networking opportunities, and insights to help partners grow their Atlassian business and deliver exceptional customer experience. Don't miss this chance to learn from experts and expand your network.
Yeah, Partner Accelerate, formerly Partner Connect, is always a really, really valuable part of the team experience. So definitely recommend it for any partners who are going to be traveling to Vegas in April.
Yes, Vegas, exciting, huh?
I can't wait. I'm counting down the days. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. I've never been to Vegas. I'm going to be super busy there with the whole Monday Coffee Vegas edition. I'll be running and gunning everywhere and recording a lot of the things that are happening on the floor, from getting interviews, events that are happening, keynotes, expo floor, having guests. It's going to be madness. But we're also going to have an episode talking about what just happened with the Partner Accelerate. We're going to have Colin from our team talking about that, and it's going to be a good episode as well. So yeah, more information coming soon. Yeah, I've kind of gave breadcrumbs of information about Monday Coffee and basically Affire's presence at, I would say, digital presence at Team 23. Breadcrumbs, but more information, more concrete information coming soon. So stay tuned. Well, thank you so much for accepting to do this on such a short notice. I know I was like, help me.
It was
I
fun.
appreciate
Thanks
your
for letting
presence.
me do it with you.
Well, that's it for this week of Monday Coffee. As always, links can be found in the description or comments, depending if you're on YouTube or LinkedIn and so on. Good set of news this week. Make sure to tune in next week for more awesomeness. We actually have a surprise for you next week, and a surprise guest that's going to be in person, in studio with us, with me and Nikki. So stay tuned for that. See you next time.
Intriguing.